Darkness had already fallen like a soft cotton blanket. Crickets hopped and chirruped. The wind rustled the leaves in the elderly trees. It tumbled through the grass, and the grass waved feebly, responding to the wind's soft serenade. An owl hooted somewhere in the darkness. Up above, the stars flickered and sparkled, beamed and winked down upon a fine house in Bangkok, Thailand. But the stars couldn't see what was happening in the house. A girl, me, was trapped in a room. We were playing capture. I gripped a huge red ball. Before I could throw it at my captors, Sam, Raymond, and my brother Lorian, Sam kicked it out of my hands. Flying through the air like a rocket, the ball hit the wall and ricocheted off, right into the enemy's hands. In a desperate attempt to escape, I bolted to the door, wrenched it open, and was just about to escape when the boys hit me with the force of a bomb. Some pushed the door closed, others tugged brutally at my shirt and arms. Without warning, a stab of pain seared through the hand that was opening the door. "Stop," I yelled. "Stop, I'm hurt." I pulled my hand out of the door and examined it, much like a gold sifter would examine his pail for any trace of glimmering gold. There was a small cut on my hand, and part of it was swelling. I don't know how I escaped, but pretty soon I was in the kitchen telling my mom I had something important to tell her. "Mom, please hurry, it's important," I told her. Finally, we were in the bathroom. The door was closed because I didn't want all the adults saying, "You poor thing." Mom did say that. I like it when she does that. It feels as if someone tips some of my daddy's hot cocoa down your throat. Cocoa with marshmallows floating, drifting along. Then she ran off to fetch some ice for my injured hand. Soon I was to be found marching up and down. I had accidentally slammed my middle finger in a sliding door. Marching up and down was pretty much all I could do to keep the pain in my right hand at bay. Without warning, a pain in my pointer finger brought me back to earth with a crash. It felt like someone was scraping the underside of my finger very hard with the sharp end of a sewing needle. Grace, Sam's sister, entered the living room. I pulled my finger out of the ice pack and put it to my lip. It felt weird and rubbery. I told Grace I had lost the feeling of it, so she put my finger in her mouth. My finger started hurting right away. I could feel Grace's tongue licking my finger. It felt slimy like a slug, walloping around in the cold, lonely darkness of her mouth. I pulled the finger out of Grace's mouth, wiped it off of my t-shirt, and put it back in the ice pack. I was aching, I was tired, I was also miserable and annoyed. Annoyed because those nosy grown-ups had found out about my hand. They did praise me, and as they did, my cheeks went tomato red and glowed like the setting sun. Finally, I escaped and went upstairs to start an exciting and awesome new game. And outside the fine house in Bangkok, Thailand, the bat soared around, dipping and diving in time to the wind's fierce serenade. It sang of Indians dancing wildly around their campfires, waving brackets of fire, their moccasin-clad feet beating on the dry dust-strewn earth. Some wearing animal masks, the beautiful beads, the unique wood, the etchings in their faces, and the firelight flickering past, dancing, dancing. And then it changed. It sang of snowy mornings, of bluebirds hopping about looking for worms. It also sang of great icy forests, trees smattered with silvery snow, and icicles dangling from their branches. It sang of mustangs running across creeks and ponds, their hair whipping out behind them, water, soaring, flying, gliding away from their hooves. And it kept singing, and the crickets kept hopping, and the frog kept croaking, and no one tried to stop the wind playing its mournful tune, turning over memories of long ago and putting them back in the treasure chest that had held them captive for so long.